give it away.
Red 102.3, your home for New Country and the Legends. And do check us out on Facebook and like us on Facebook. There's George Strait, and go ahead, give it away. 8:38, it's Rick on Red on this Friday morning. Skies clearing up now after a little bit of a wet start this morning. Weather looks fine for the high school football games tonight throughout Red Nation, and also for events tomorrow, including the New Cumberland Apple Festival. Something tells me that was rained out last year. I'm just trying to think, but I know one of those apple festivals was deluged with rain. But the New Cumberland Apple Festival tomorrow, and also the Harvest of the Arts Festival in downtown Carlisle. Weather looks like it'll be just fantastic for that. But we are all excited because it's, the last Sunday of the month is heading our way. You know what that means on Red 102.3. That means another edition of Sunday Night Center Stage, brought to you by Friends Automotive. Shop 24/7 at friendsautomotive.com in Carlisle. Last hour we talked to one of our headliners, Colt Wilbur from Mechanicsburg. And this time we have the pride of York, Randy Thompson, from the father and son duo of Randy-Paul. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
Yes, indeed. And you've got this great CD, and we're going to talk about this, but first I must ask you, like I asked Colt, the most important question you will ever be asked in an interview is, do you like the Kansas City Chiefs? That's the most important question you'll ever be asked.
Anybody below Pittsburgh, we're cool.
Listen to this. I see your truck out there with a Steelers sticker on there. It's the second Steeler fan we've had in the studio today. I'm getting a rash here is what I'm getting. But so you're living in York right now. How long have you been in York?
About 11 years now.
11 years now? Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from the northwest PA, up near Du Bois area.
And I mentioned it's a father and son duo. You are the son in the duo.
Right.
Tell us about your dad and where he's living right now.
He's living in Punxsutawney. Him and Mom are up there. He's actually a pastor.
Is he really?
Of 3 churches up there in Punxsutawney.
So he's Pastor Paul.
Pastor Paul.
Right. Pastor Paul from Punxsutawney.
Yeah, and I'm not allowed to call him by his initials or anything,
Oh, okay.
It's a little weird.
Well, yeah, it would be weird. Heaven knows, but weird is okay in this show, as you know. How long you guys been singing together?
Pretty much ever since I've been young. He used to have bands and stuff, and I did background vocals for him, and occasionally when I could go out, and as I got older, it kind of grew, and within the last about a year and a half, I started writing, and now we sing our own stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that. I've got your new CD here called Touch, and a lot of country music is about stories and that kind of thing. Let's talk about the song Touched and what's behind that.
Okay, the song Touched came, he started a foundation where they give outdoor adventures to handicapped or terminally ill people, whereas one of our first hunts that we did, he says, I'm other-abled. I'm not handicapped.
Right.
But I got watching these two, him and his the guy that does this with him, I was watching them reaching out to people, man. They were just helping people left and right, and the people in the area started really getting behind them and stuff, and I thought, this is so cool. I wish I could be up there helping, but I have to be down here, because of my family and job. Right. And so I'd asked that. I said, what if I would write? I said, I'd love for your annual dinner to do like a Hank Jr. Country Boy Can't Survive. I said, what if we write our own and do a theme song? Right. He said, if you can do one that's quality, I'd say go for it. So we did, and that year for the first dinner, we sang that song, and kind of got, it's just about them going out and helping people and getting them on their outdoor adventures, things that they could never do on their own,
It's one of the songs we will have this coming Sunday night and Sunday Night Center Stage. In fact, you wrote all but one of the songs in this CD, correct?
Right, 12 of 13, right.
Wow, how about that? Who's some of the artists that have influenced you, would you say, in your as you became an artist?
Back from my dad used to listen to stuff like Waylon. He was into all the outlaw stuff.
Oh, was he really?
Waylon and Hank Jr. and Willie, and then people like Alabama started coming out, and I was like, ooh, this is cool, So some of the newer stuff, I still really lean toward the older stuff, but I love the newer stuff that's out, and
the Eric Church stuff.
Yes.
And stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, talk to about on this CD Touch. You have some very great special instrumentalists that play with you.
Yeah. I got a call about when we had done 5 songs. Jeremy, our producer, just blew my mind when he says, "Oh, the steel guitar player is the Opry's house band steel player."
Wow.
The guy that's mixed for Prince and REM and for Emmylou Harris. In fact, he's very good friends with her, and I'm just like blown away. And he calls me one day and says, "Hey, met a guy, his wife owns a coffee house. I've known them for months, never knew what he did." And he called me and said, "Hey, Jeremy, what do you do?" And he said, "Oh, I produce and I sing and stuff." And he says, "What do you do, by the way?" He said, "I'm a session musician." And he said, "Is there anything that I might have heard?" He said, "Well, I've been with Kenny Chesney for 30 years. And
so, I've heard some of that stuff.
So Jeremy says to me, he said, "Would you mind if John Conley would play on your album?" I said, "Mind? Why are you even asking?"
No, forget it. He's not good enough.
Let me interview him and do a little sound bite and we'll see if he's good enough, right? But so he goes in, and Jeremy said it was just what an awesome time working with him, because he can walk in with no timing type click tracks or anything. The guy just stays. He's perfect. You know?
Now, how long have you and your dad been thinking? Okay, let's. And I assume you're not just doing this as a hobby. You're looking to make this.
I'm looking
to.
In fact, we're going down in 2 weeks to the ICM, the Inspirational Country Music Association. They have a week down there, an award show, and we were invited by the guy that was a 4-time vocal artist of the year, and he invited us to come down under his thing to get to know some people, and so we want to do this for real.
Is there anywhere locally you could be performing anytime soon? Folks can check you out.
We are taking bookings right now.
Are you really? Okay.
We're actually doing a fun thing this weekend, Sunday. They are our church in Mount Wolf the youth is doing a chili cook-off, and then that night they're having a concert. Our producer at the church, and they'd asked Dad and I to just sing a couple songs during the chili cook-off, so we're going to do something fun for that. And,
well, is there a website, Facebook page where they can check you guys out at all?
Yeah, if you go to Facebook, it's Randy-Paul page.
Okay,
that's the Facebook one. There's also if you go TuneCore /music / Randy-Paul page. So.
Well, Randy, thanks. I'm really impressed with your CD. As soon as I heard it, I thought, man, this is some really good stuff. These guys are talented. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm looking forward to the show on Sunday night. And best of luck to you and Pastor Paul.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. It's Randy-Paul joining us this Sunday night on Sunday Night Center Stage. Red 102.3.